Alright guys, here is chapter 7 part 2. There's no intro, no outro, no music. This video just happens to be exactly 15 minutes long, so there's no room for the intro. The Share Factory and the PS4 only lets you record and render 15 minutes of video. Oh, this one just happens to be exactly 15 minutes. I didn't even know that I was getting close to 15 minutes. I was so into the campaign and beating it and concentrating that I just noticed a little pop-up on my screen that said video clip saved. So I had to hit the record button again. If you're record videos and that happens to you, just remember to hit your share button twice, and that will start the recording where it left off. So okay, you see, you're going to want to be very careful on these chapters. They're more difficult than previous chapters. The enemy are a little more thick in numbers, and they're a little more tougher to kill. And some of these guys you'll see has the ability to put down sentry guns, and I think one of them even does put down a sentry gun here, I don't know. But they do have the ability to put down shields and sentry guns, so you're going to want to be careful from that. And you're noticing that I'm following the advice that I always give, and that's to go head to head with the enemy from range. You're going to have a much easier time killing all of the enemies and not taking any damage if you do it from range. And you see that I did deploy my owl, and I always say that, always keep 2 adrenalines, so that the event that you die, your owl will, there's another adrenaline and some guns, that if you die, then your owl will revive you, and that if it's busy, then it won't revive you. So if you're getting to the point where you're on chapter 7, then maybe you're good enough to know to hit over left on that D-pad and use the adrenaline when you need. I've had to do that a couple times throughout the game, and so if you feel comfortable using your owl, because I feel like on this part of the chapter or the game, this chapter 7, I need the owl to help me. And you'll see what happens when I have it deployed is that sometimes it won't kill all the enemies or even any of them, but when the owl is deployed, then all of the focus from all of the enemies is on the owl. None of them are even looking at me, none of them are even shooting at me, and while it's deployed, then I can throw grenades and shoot these guys. And I know that if I come close to death, then I can hit over left on my D-pad and use the adrenaline manually, and I won't need the owl to revive me. And also, if you notice that I'm always fighting these enemies from cover, and I'm always fighting these enemies from range, and that is how I am able to complete the elite mode campaign. So there's going to be several routes on this chapter 7. You don't need to take them all. If you just watch this video, see over there's a bunch of enemies downstairs. I don't need to go there. Nope, I just need to come in here, hack this computer, and see Dr. Massar. So if you've played this, if you're playing this elite mode campaign or just the campaign, and you're on chapter 7 and you find yourself getting lost, just watch this video again and watch the path that I take, and you'll only need to do that exact path. And doesn't Dr. Massar have a nice booty? And a nice body? She's a butterface. That's what Dr. Massar is a butterface. Everything's nice, butterface. So anyways, yeah, you don't need to be running around all those corridors getting into gunfights with people. See what I'm going to do up here, because I know as soon as Dr. Massar is done talking that like 3 or 4 enemies are going to come through there, and they'll just keep coming. If you keep engaging, they'll keep coming. They won't stop for a very long time, and so you'll see what I do is I deploy my owl, and again, all the enemy that's going to come through that door is going to be focused on that owl, and none of them are going to be focused or shooting at me. So she's talking about stall and the weapon and how it's too late and blah blah blah, and we're all going to die. I think she says that like 3 times this fucking game. You're all going to die. Well, bitch, you're going to die. So you'll see in a second the reason why I put my owl up there. And the next objective after this is going to be to put C4 on that window. And so I just run over here. I know where it's going to be. It just takes a second to pop up. The objective has to change. And right now my owl, I think, is fighting with the enemy.
We're leaving now.
And as soon as you put the C4 on the glass, then all the enemy that's behind you is gonna fall back anyways. So you'll do that, and then when you come outside, you're gonna be in danger of dying several times. And another way that you're gonna fail at this mission is if you let a container hit the container that Dr. Massar is in. So basically you're going to want to stay right in front of the container Dr. Massar is in, because these little rockets that you're shooting can do damage to the container that she's in. So you'll want to be sure not to shoot that. And if those little spaceships come and you don't shoot them fast enough, they'll shoot you dead. So this little level, this little part of the chapter is a little nerve-wracking for me, because I know I'm so close to making it to the end, and you know, it just sucks that when you do a chapter this hard and you make it so far just to die. And so basically what I do is I practice. I go to the regular campaign and I'll go to chapter 7 part whatever, you know, whatever checkpoint, and I'll just practice it and practice it and practice it until I can do it without dying. And then when I feel comfortable, then I'll come over to the elite mode campaign and then do it. So I'm not doing all this in a day, you know, I'm not doing all this the first try. I'm practicing on the regular campaign, I'm doing it on hard, and I'm doing the chapters over and over again until I can complete the whole chapter without dying. And as soon as I do that, I come back to the elite mode while it's still fresh in my mind, and I do it again. So that's how I'm able to do all of these without dying. And the fact that I've done the elite mode once before, and I've played the campaign so many times, I've gone through the whole entire oh look, I almost died here. I've gone through the whole entire campaign several times looking for collectibles. I've gone through it several times looking to get the to beat on hard, to beat on normal, to beat on easy, to get all the collectibles for all those trophies. So I've already done this so many times. I know where every single enemy is going to be, and I know the best way to beat it. So finally made it to the end here. Now that orange force field, I don't think you're going to want to touch that. I'm not sure, I've never touched it before, but it just looks like one of those things that if you touch it before it disappears, that it would die or make you die. Sorry, I just take a sip of my coffee. So, you know, you guys, if you've been watching these videos, none of these videos are scripted, and I do them all on the fly. I do them all in one take, so I know my commentary isn't the best. This is my first series ever posted to my first commentary series, and I'm working on the commentary, and I'm doing my best just to describe exactly what I'm doing to give you points and hints on how to beat this elite campaign. Like I've said before, if I wanted to do YouTube for popularity or views or money or subscribers, a lot of subscribers, then I would do a Call of Duty series or a Battlefield series on multiplayer. and post the beast gameplay that I always get on those games. But I love Killzone Shadowfall, and I want it to get as much exposure as possible. And a lot of people think that the elite mode campaign is too hard or impossible, and I just want to show everybody that it's not too hard and it's not impossible. And Killzone didn't make it too hard. They actually made and put things in the game to make your experience easier. You just have to play the game and gain the experience to find out what those things are. And you'll see I went up there and I grabbed the trip mines, and I grabbed that I don't know the name of the gun. I'm having a brain fart right now. But it's that big ass rocket launcher gun that shoots like electric pulses or whatever the fuck it is. You guys know what it is. I know what it is. I just can't think of the name of it right now. It's early. I'm still drinking my coffee, but you're gonna want to grab that gun.
There's a weapons rack over there. Grab what's left.
And then you put 2 trip mines on the right and 1 on the left. And the reason why you're gonna have 2 on the right is because I'm gonna take position on the right, and any guys coming up from your team, this gun here. So bam, I know they're coming through that door, so before they can even hit the ground, guess what? Bam, bitch, lay the fuck down. And I found that if you put your shield down and you just don't let them advance, you know, shoot the guys as they're coming up from the furthest back. Now if they do make it close, you're going to want to shoot the guys closest to you, because obviously those are going to be the guys that's going to inflict any damage to you guys. And I just put in work on these guys with the shield up. The shield is going to last its life cycle. It's not going to get shot down by any of these enemies. And so these guys with the miniguns, you're going to want to blast those shields. And you see these guys, if you played this campaign before, you know that they're going to try to make it their way up the steps. They're going to try to get close to you guys. And the guys with the blue armor and the guys with the fucking riot shield and the shotguns are so hard to beat. So you see I ran out of ammo. I ran down, got some more ammo. And basically I'm just holding these guys back. And I found that if you do it this way, oh, the voltage, that's what it's called, the voltage. There you go. See, I know the name of the fucking gun, bro. I'm a fucking Killzone fan for life. So right now, I'm checking on my trip mines. And I think I need to put down 1 more on this side. See, 1 guy made it up all the way to the top of the steps, so I'm going to put another one down. You see 1 guy died from my trip mine before. And the reason why I like this spot, it's high up. I can see the whole entire battlefield, and it's a good place to put your shield. And they can't get behind me, so I know I'm safe from behind. And then I'm right by the gunner ship or the drop ship. As soon as it's available, then to press O button will pop up. And there's been times where I've been so busy working on the enemy that I didn't even notice that the drop ship was available. And you're going to want to get in the drop ship as soon as possible to fight off the turrets and the other drop ship miniguns. So, and also, if you look and you see, sometimes there's like little blue explosions, like right there. Those blue explosions, I think it's called petricide is what it's called in this game, and that kills the enemy also. The guys with the blue shield, it doesn't kill those guys, but it does take away their shield.
Enemies down.
See right there, bam, but there wasn't anybody over there. So basically, with this voltage and that shield, I'm not taking any damage, and they're not even getting anywhere close to me. So again, I'm gonna check on my trip mines, make sure. Yep, see, someone blew it up again. So hey, this video's about to come to an end, and Chapter 7 Part 3 is gonna start off